Hi children, good evening one and all. In today's class, we will discuss regarding examples of chemical change. Till now we have studied what are physical changes, what are chemical changes. Okay, now we go for examples of chemical changes. We will discuss one by one. Examples of chemical changes. In a chemical change, we know that we have discussed several times. In a chemical change, new substance is formed and the change is also permanent in case of chemical change. Now we will take few examples like burning of candle. Burning of candle, if you burn a candle, it will produce carbon dioxide and water. What will it will produce? Carbon dioxide as well as water. It is a chemical change because from carbon dioxide and water we cannot get back a candle. Okay. So second option is rusting of iron. If you leave iron for few days or few months, okay, it reacts with air and moisture to form rust. So rusting of iron is a slow process. It is not a fast process. It is a slow process, and once again it is a chemical change. Once iron get rusted, it won't get back. We cannot get back normal iron from the rusted iron. And go for one more example, heating of sugar. If you heat sugar, we will get carbon dioxide along with that moisture. A little bit of water, that is moisture you are going to get. Carbon dioxide, heating of sugar produces carbon dioxide. From carbon dioxide and water we cannot get back that sugar. Okay. And we take one more example, cooking of food. If you cook the raw vegetables, the nature of the vegetables will be changed and it will form a new substance. From that new substance you cannot get back through any other process. We cannot get back the raw vegetables. Suppose we have taken a carrot, for example. A raw carrot will be somewhat little bit hard, okay, and it will be hard to bite even, okay. So if you cook it, it becomes soft when compared to the raw one. And from the cooked vegetable, from the cooked carrot, you cannot get back the normal raw carrot. So this is a chemical change. One more is germination of seed. A seed gets germinated or a seed changes and grow a new plant. Here new substance is formed during this process. In this process the new substance is formed. So all these chemical changes happen around us in our daily life. In chemical change, it is impossible to get back the original substance. You cannot get back the original substance from the chemical change. These are the examples of chemical change. We go for some more examples. That is, food turn bad. If you leave the fresh bread for about 4 to 5 days or 1 week, it will be spoiled. Okay, the food gets spoiled and develop bad smell. The new substances are formed which causes change in smell, change in taste, and even change in color. Some patches are going to be formed here, mostly fungi or whatsoever. Okay, in biology you will get it. And curdling of milk. Milk changes into curd. If you keep the milk with in the hot milk, lukewarm milk, if you pour little bit amount of curd so that it convert into curd. So it takes hours, around 8 to 9 hours. Milk turns into a new substance called curd. And this is also an example of chemical change. Fading of colors of cloths. See, the colors of cloths fade after many washes due to sunlight and air. Due to sunlight, due to wash and due to air, the new cloth will be faded and becomes old. Here the color changes permanently. You cannot get the new color back, okay, from that cloth. Next, blackening of silver articles. Silver articles loses their shine and turn black after reacting with air and chemicals. I mean, in the kitchen you are going to, in case of this silver articles, we are going to pour different kind of things like turmeric or mirchi, okay, so we are using different items. So from that it reacts with, the silver gets reacted and it will be blackened. Okay, here new substance is formed on the surface. So from this we can say all these changes are example of the chemical changes, because there the new substance is going to be formed, and these kind of changes will be permanent changes. Remember that, children. We see some more examples. Ripening of fruit. Once fruit get ripened, it takes few days to ripen the fruit. After that, from ripening fruit, we cannot get the raw fruit. Okay, we cannot get it back. Fruits change their color, taste and texture as they ripen. New substance is formed in case of ripening of fruit. Lighting a matchstick. When a matchstick is lit, it burns and produces a new substance like ash, smoke and gases. From this ash, smoke and gases, you cannot get back a matchstick. Okay, so this is also a permanent change, and this is also an example of chemical change. Digestion of food within our body. Food is broken down into simpler substances that our body can use. New substances are formed during digestion. Even in case of digestion also, the food react with some juices, bile juice or inside our body, they will react with them and they will form the new substance there in case of digestion of food. Respiration by the humans, plants and animals. Oxygen is used to break down food and energy is released. Even in order to break down the food, what we have ate inside, our oxygen is necessary to break down that food. New substances like carbon dioxide and water vapor are produced in such cases. These are all the examples of chemical changes. Next, decaying of old pieces of wood. If we keep the wood as it is for about few years, 20 to 30 years, old wood break down over time. New substances are formed which changes the color, smell and even texture. That it requires so many years, maybe 100 to 200 years even. Right? Silver articles, we have already chosen this example. They react with air and chemicals. A new substance is formed on the surface which make it lose shine and turn black. Shining will be lost. It will lose the shining. Next, hardening of cement to form concrete block. Cement react with water, it will form concrete block. When cement is mixed with water, a chemical reaction takes place there and it hardens to form a concrete block. Okay, even our cement bricks like that. There the new substance is formed and its change is permanent. From this hardened concrete block, we cannot get back cement. Okay, so this is a chemical change. Next one, fermentation of sugar solution to alcohol. Yeast helps sugar solution to change into alcohol. If you take the sugar and water, it will form sugar solution. So by mixing of yeast, okay, we can convert it into alcohol. So this is a permanent change. From alcohol you cannot get back sugar and water. Okay, so this is a chemical change. Burning of wood, coal, kerosene, oil, petrol and liquefied petroleum gases. So these are all called as fuels. When we burn these fuels, they react with air. And they react with air and they give heat and light and form new substance. From wood you get coal, from kerosene, petrol, liquefied petroleum. Also they burn, they releases large amount of gases, harmful gases. Burning fuels gives us energy to cook food, and they use to run vehicles, and they warm and light our homes, even lighting purpose also. Fuel burn the air, this gives out heat and light. New substances like smoke and gases are formed which are actually very harmful. Burning of fuel is one of the chemical change. So these are the daily uses that which we are going to use. See, let us see some miracle in milk. See, take some warm milk in a cup, add 1 spoon of curd to it, cover the cup with a plate and keep it in a warm place. We should not keep it in a cool place, it should be warm place. Leave about 4 to 5 hours. After some time, after 5 to 6 hours, it just converted into curd. Milk has been converted totally into curd. What did we observe? Milk is white and liquid. After some time it becomes thick and tasty curd. Its color, taste and texture are different from that of milk. This change cannot be reversed. From curd you cannot get back the milk. So this is a permanent change. Next, so what we can conclude, milk is totally converted into curd, which is a chemical change and it is a permanent change. Remember that, children. These are all the examples of chemical changes. So in everyday class we will discuss some new concept. Okay, like today also we will discuss the new concept. Why does the sky look blue color? Generally, if you look towards the sky, it appears to be blue in color. Why? What is the reason? Sun looks white, sunlight looks white, but it is actually made up of 7 different colors that will be called as VIBGYOR: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. VIBGYOR. Okay, when sunlight comes to the earth, it meets tiny dust and air particles. That light meets tiny dust particles and air particles. Blue light waves are smaller, so they bounce in all directions. Okay, these blue light waves will bounce in all directions. This bouncing of light in many directions is called, what we call it as, scattering. When light falls on that dust particle, that light will get scattered in all directions. Okay, so blue light spreads the most, so it reaches our eyes from everywhere. That is why the daytime looks the sky to be blue in color. So likewise, daily we will learn new concepts. Still there is lot of concept in this. We will learn one by one in future classes. Okay, children, don't forget to subscribe our channel, share and like our channel. Bye. We will meet in the next class.